sound. 61.73 horsepower on the dyno last night. The most I've ever seen. 49 foot-pound of torque. What's happening, fellas? This bike should need no introduction. This is one of 2022 CR500AFs built by none other than the Godfather, AJ Wagoner, built500.com. This is the most famous 500 ever made in the entire world. And I can say that with confidence because one video on Instagram got over 16 million views, which is absolutely unheard of.
In about 30 days, right?
No, well, actually got 15 million in the first 3 days. So, and then I haven't even checked it in a while. I know it's over 16 million now. So it went viral. Why? Well, one look will tell you this is something special. Nestled in between this brand new 2022 CR Honda frame is a full billet 539cc bored and stroked billet block handmade engine by none other than Eric Gore. Now, Eric's been working with AJ since the 80s in building these 500s. And this one, I told him, we didn't talk about price. I said, make this the best one you've ever built, hands down. So they put a special cylinder liner in because when you stroke it, this is a billet engine cases. Guys, no chrome on this. It's billet engine cases. And it has a billet stroker crank. When you stroke the crank, it doesn't, the piston doesn't line up with the cylinder wall. So they had to put a special liner on there. And I said, we figured might as well make it a big bore liner and lined up all the ports to match the cases and everything else. It's nickel sealed piston, and it's a 539cc. This is not only the most famous CR500 in the world, it is actually the most powerful one we've ever put on our dyno. We've done hundreds of dyno runs on everybody's configuration. The most horsepower ever out of a stock motocross pipe with a stock. This is a key-in, right off the shelf key-in carb. This isn't a pumper carb or anything exorbitant. This is a motocross engine. It's totally rideable. Anyways, I'm talking about the bike too much. I got to introduce this guy to you. Guys, you know, it's all about the bikes, but it's all about the people too. This guy right here, he's the king of ping in the UK. He's my brother in 500s. He's building the most CRs of anybody in the UK. We got a lot of friends in the UK. We have a lot of clients in the UK. We've got a lot of customers we've purchased parts from and sold parts to and sold bikes to in the UK. Andre MX, check him out online. ANDRE MX.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, it's a pleasure to see this bike in person. I always see, like I said, I always follow your videos like on YouTube. I'm a big fan of you, and then see this bike in person is amazing. You know, it's like so shiny. It's a beautiful bike. You know, like yeah, we also doing UKs as well. It's a beautiful bikes, man. It's like a 500s.
So he's over here in the US hoping to hook up with AJ. He stopped by to see us, and I was looking at some of his builds off the hook. Well, tell us about your latest build, because you've done 7 of the AFs this year, and you've got, I think, 11 on the drawing boards now, right? Which I think probably makes you probably the second largest manufacturer of these in the world. You know, there's not too many people doing them.
No. Yeah, we got a couple of engines in the stock. We're doing 2 now. It's going to be a 2023 style. It's going to be a purple seat colors. It's going to be a gold rims. The bike's going to be red for next week in Farling Castle. We're going to get a showroom there. We got also CR265 as well on 2022 frames, all brand new frames, and yeah, we got big plans for 2023. Like, we got a few engines in the stock. We want to try to do it like I said to you. I'm building one for myself 2023. It's going to call proper carbon black widow, so that bike is going to be all glass. It's going to be in carbon parts, made in Italy. The frame is going to be black. Man, this bike going to have a lot of cool parts. Like I bought some parts from Adam Miller from Canada. Going to have a lot of tune parts, con exhaust and carbon silence. It's going to be something really cool as well.
So Andre is building some really cool stuff. We went over some of the pictures of the bikes he's building, and I told him, I asked him, I said, hey, why don't we join forces? You know, you got the UK covered. We're over here in the US. When he orders the carbon fiber rear fenders and side panels and parts, instead of building 1 or 2, I'm going to place an order with him. We're going to up the ante and hopefully get more of these out in the hands of you guys out there. And if you're in the UK and you want to buy a 500, or if you're not in the UK, go to AndreMX.com. Is that the website?
Yeah, AndreMX on Facebook, like
on Facebook also, and also YouTube also.
We're gonna start now on YouTube. Yeah, we just start on the Facebook, but yeah, we're gonna start YouTube, Instagram, all these things.
He's got a big following in the UK, also in the US here, and he's turning out some killer 500s. So honored to have you come check out our place, man.
I come to US, I couldn't miss to.
Absolutely.
Visit you, man. You're the godfather. You're the man for 500.
Thank you. Actually, AJ's the godfather. I'm the king of pain. So, anyways, really glad to have you here, and I thought I'd break out my favorite all-time most badass 500 we've ever built. And you mentioned Adam Millar. Adam's built juniors race motors. He's been running Adam's engines for a few years now, and there's only a handful of people out there that really know how to carve these into works of art, and Adam's at the top of the list with a few of our other vendors like Eric Gore and Tom Morgan. These engines have been around since 1985, so everything that can be done to them has been tried, and what we have on this one is tried and true. The Key and Air Striker carb. The Pro Circuit pipe may not be the most horsepower on the dyno, but it's very rideable on the track. It's tucked in nice so it won't hit the front fender. And this is a motocross bike. This is a bike that's designed to ride motocross, or if you wanted to take it in the dunes. It's a very It's a very versatile machine. No flapping of the gums. Let me ride this bad boy a little bit.
Oh, you need to get the balls to ride that bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a proper one.
Amazingly, you don't have to ride this thing wide open. It's pretty docile and like half throttle. It's until you open it wide open, that's when the magic happens. The best thing about this thing is you can ride it like a regular 500, which means you can roll out of the corner third gear, crack the throttle, and hook up at 3,000 RPM. The torque curve is off the charts from 3,000 RPM up. It's got more than a 450 has at redline, which makes it much easier to ride. You can click a gear higher, but if you want to really see things going by fast, just open it wide open. 61 horsepower, 61.73 horsepower with 49 foot-pound of torque. That's almost 50% more torque than a brand new 22 450. That's like half as much, which is absolutely, that's what gets you going. That's what pulls you up the hill. That's what rockets you into the whole shot. Just an absolute, can you tell the difference in the way it sounds?
It's a massive difference, you know. The stock one come with a 51 horsepower. This one is a 61, isn't it? That way
10 horsepower more.
You know, it does make a massive difference for an next bike, you know. Like it's amazing. I see the way you ride. Like this thing spins every single gear, man. Like
yeah, it just hooks you. The wheelies or spins.
Yeah.
It's hard. Honestly, you can't keep the front end down on the tar. No matter how far you lean forward on the tank, third and fourth gear, it's gonna come up. 60. It's so light. It's 220 pounds with 61 horse and almost 50 foot-pound of torque. It just hooks up.
Look at this engine, man. You got everything, the best you can get, like a village crankcase. Man, everything is the best you can get. No, like it's so nice and shiny, man.
It's been starting first kick for me, and you know, ironically, AJ. Usually we have to rejet them when we get them, and the Wizard tunes them. We hadn't had to do anything. Didn't turn a single screw on it. Just started, and we put it on the sniffer on the dyno, and the air fuel mixture is perfect. Just right out of the box. Hats off to the Godfather. Hey, after building 7,000 of these, you should have it down, AJ, and you do. If you want the best, you got to get an AF, man. These things are awesome, and AJ is turning out some phenomenal machines. Unfortunately, AJ can't meet the demand right now. There's more people want these bikes than get them. They're not really available unless you order. You know, give AJ a call at www.built500.com. If you're in the UK, look up Andre MX. He might be able to build your order with a similar machine as this. And he's doing some really cool stuff with carbon fiber and anodized coatings, big bore 265s for the two. If you want to buy two 250s also, right?
Yeah, we got one 265 with Eric Gorm. It's already sold that bike. We're gonna make a video after Farling Castle next. Probably in 3 weeks time.
Are you racing that one at Farley Castle next weekend?
Yeah, I do, but I'm a bit like novice now. I'm just gonna go there just with my 500. I've been spent like a year building that bike. I wanna go there. We're gonna get a showroom there as well. We're gonna bring two CR500 2023 style.
Nice.
And 265 and my older lady, my older sexy lady.
What year's that one?
1990, but
19, I love my 97. I'll never get rid of my 97. I still, Junior likes his 89. But as far as the bike you just mentioned, the 265 is actually a big bore 250. Is that
yeah,
correct?
it come from America, yeah.
So Eric Gore built that one for you?
Yeah, no,
Eric Gore
I bought for a guy who bought from him.
He built that motor.
Yeah.
This is an Eric Gore motor. He's talking about taking one of the best 250 engines ever, two-strokes, the Honda CR. What year is your engine?
2001.
The 2001. That's. I was hoping you'd say that. He took a 2001 and let Eric Gore make the magic happen with the big bore and all fresh. That would be a really fun bike. I'd love to see what it does on their dyno.
I like this CR500s.
I'm a 500 guy, sure.
Bike like this, you can get the best parts in the world. You get the best two-stroke engine in the market.
Yep.
You get the best frame. Suspension is amazing. Mate, have you ride those bikes in the track? They're amazing. The corners for jump. Yeah. That's why you mix the best you can get in the world. Like a best frame, best engine, and look at that, how beautiful this bike is.
Gas tanks, beautiful titanium tank. The shock is an MX Tech shock. It's a $3,000 shock, 2,800 and up plus tuning. You see the shock shaft on this? It's freaking massive. It looks the size of a hot dog. It's DLC coated black. These are on back order too. But if you can get Jeremy at MX Tech to build you a shock, do it. Just order it. Send him the money. Don't ask him any questions. Don't even ask him how much it costs. He'll be fair with you. Buy an MX Tech shock. There's nothing better on the market. I love that. And if you can, now a lot of people don't know this, but Jeremy's been building these shocks for AJ on the AF since the beginning, since 1997 when he built the first one. Jeremy's been tuning this guy right here, mxtech.com. If you want this, if you're in the US and even if you're overseas and you want pro suspension, give him a call, man. He'll hook you up. So now you got another guy in the UK, you guys in the UK, US, that you have another resource, Andre MX, for your CR500 parts. You guys already know about Adam Millar and AJ, but the more people we get in this business, the better, because none of us can meet the demand, not even close. So AJ used to pump out quite a few of these every year back when they had the huge team at Service Honda, but right now there's no assembly line cranking these out. They're very, very limited production, and they're highly desirable. So anyways, we're honored to have you here again.
God save America.
God bless the UK.
Thank you.
Awesome.